Hello dear students, subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon. These points which I have presented here in this video are very important for your board examination. If you find these points helpful, try to copy it in your note copies. These points are written in simple language for your easy understanding. You can mix up your own ideas here in these points to beautify your answers. If you need more chapters of your course, check out my video's description. Suraj Bhatt.
Hello all my dear students, it's Mr. Suraj once again for you to help. Today I have brought an important story from the 4th unit of the book Encounters, which is The Hunter Gracchus by Franz Kafka. Today I have brought this important story's main summary points in both English and Nepali languages for you. I would like to request all of you to copy all these important points into your note copies to secure fine marks in your NEB board examination. Franz Kafka's The Hunter Gracchus in Nepali, presenting for you main summary points, Encounters, Class 12, SSCB NEB Board. यस कथामा रहेका मुख्य पात्रहरू नम्बर 1 शिकारी ग्रेचस, नम्बर 2 मृत्यु जहाजका पाइलट, नम्बर 3 रीवा शहरका एकजना न्यायाधीश, नम्बर 4 3 जना प्राचीन हस्तीहरू एडोनिस, ओसिरिस र जीजस। यस कथाको मूल आशय मानव अस्तित्वको विचित्र अवस्थाहरू हो। Let's start. The Hunter Gracchus, Shikari Gracchus. This story, The Hunter Gracchus, has been written by a German philosopher, Franz Kafka. यो कथा शिकारी ग्रेचस एक जना जर्मन का दार्शनिक फ्रेंच काफ्का द्वारा लेखिएको हो। This story has presented a bizarre of human existence. यस कथाले मानव अस्तित्वको विलक्षण प्रस्तुत गरेको छ। It is about the problems faced by Hunter Gracchus after his death. यो कथा शिकारी ग्रेचसले आफ्नो मृत्यु पश्चात झेलेका समस्याहरू बारे हो। This text has shown the misery of an individual and also the indifference of others towards him. यस पाठले एक जना व्यक्तिको वेदना र अरूहरूको उसप्रतिको बेवास्ता देखाएको छ। People in the world are indifferent to the sufferings of others. संसारमा मानिसहरू अरूहरूको पीडाहरूमा अनिच्छुक हुन्छन्। We can say this story as mythological one because most of the events here in this text are supernaturals and are closely related to the ancient myth of Adonis, Osiris and Jesus. हामीहरू यस कथालाई एक पौराणिक कथा जस्तै भन्न सक्छौं किनकि यहाँ यस पाठमा भएका धेरैजसो घटनाहरू पारलौकिकहरू छन् र एडोनिस, ओसिरिस र जीजसको प्राचीन पुराणसँग नजिकको सम्बन्ध छ। Hunter Gracchus is the central character of this story. शिकारी ग्रेचस यस कथाको केन्द्र पात्र हो। He was a great hunter of ancient time. ऊ प्राचीन समयको महान शिकारी थियो। He died a long time ago while hunting a deer in the Black Forest of Germany. ऊ धेरै समय पहिले जर्मनीको कालो वनमा मृगको शिकार गर्दा गर्दै मर्यो। He fell down from a high cliff. ऊ एक धेरै अग्लो चुच्चोबाट तल खस्यो। After death, his soul had to be sailed to the other world by death ship, but unfortunately, the pilot of the death ship lost his way because of the absent-mindedness. मृत्यु पश्चात उसको आत्माले मृत्यु जहाजद्वारा समुद्री बाटो हुँदै अर्को संसारमा जानु पर्दथ्यो, तर दुर्भाग्यवश मृत्यु जहाजको चालकको बिर्सिने बानीले गर्दा उसले बाटो बिर्सियो। After that, Gracchus' soul was tormented in the miserable world, and the death ship remained in the earthly water. त्यसपछि ग्रेचसको आत्मा वेदनाको संसारमा पिरोलियो र मृत्यु जहाज संसारिक पानीमै रह्यो। He climbed the great stairs to reach other world, but when he reached the golden gate, he suddenly awoke in an old ship. ऊ अर्को संसारमा पुग्न ठूला ठूला भर्याङहरू चढ्यो, तर जब ऊ सुनौलो द्वारमा पुग्यो, ऊ अचानक एक पुरानो जहाजमा बिउझियो। He lived even after his death because his soul didn't get the place in heaven because of the carelessness of the pilot. ऊ मृत्यु पश्चात पनि बाँच्यो किनकि उसको आत्माले चालकको लापरवाहीले गर्दा स्वर्गमा स्थान प्राप्त गरेन। His dead body was brought to the town called Riva by the ship. उसको मृतक शरीर जहाजद्वारा रीवा भनिने शहरमा ल्याइयो। His dead body was placed in the two-storied house near the sea. उसको मृतक शरीर समुद्र नजिकको दुईतले घरमा राखियो। The magistrate of Riva was informed by dove about the dead hunter. रीवा शहरका न्यायाधीशलाई ढुक्कुरद्वारा मृतक शिकारीको बारेमा सूचना गरियो। The magistrate moved towards the two-storied house to watch the dead body of the hunter. न्यायाधीश शिकारीको मृतक शरीर हेर्न भनी दुईतले घरतिर लाग्नुभयो। He went closer to the dead body and put his hand on the forehead of the hunter and started praying. वहाँ मृतक शरीरको नजिक जानुभयो र शिकारीको निधारमा हात राख्नुभयो र प्रार्थना सुरु गर्नुभयो। Later on, the hunter opened his eyes and described his evil fate to the magistrate. पछि शिकारीले आफ्नो आँखाहरू खोल्यो र आफ्नो खराब भाग्यबारे न्यायाधीशलाई वर्णन गर्यो। He said that his soul was still suffering in the miserable world. उसले आफ्नो आत्मा अझै पनि वेदनाको संसारमा पिरोलिएको थियो भनी भन्यो। He said that being a hunter is not sin but a rewarding task. उसले शिकारी हुनु पाप होइन तर एक पुरस्कृत कार्य हो भनी भन्यो। Because of the fault of the pilot, he had been suffering. चालकको गल्तीका कारण ऊ पिरोली नै रहेको थियो। He also said that his hunting is blessed. उसले आफ्नो शिकार गर्ने कार्य वरदान युक्त पनि छ भनी भन्यो। He was suffering from severe punishment for nothing. ऊ बिना कारण ज्यादै दण्ड भोगिरहेको थियो। For him there was no part in another world and lifelessness in the earth. उसका लागि अर्को संसारमा ठाउँ थिएन र पृथ्वीमा जीवन विहीनता थियो। The people in this world are quite indifferent towards others' sufferings and miseries. यस संसारमा मानिसहरू अरूहरूका पीडाहरू र दुःखहरू प्रति निकै तटस्थ हुन्छन्। The writer says that at the time of arrival of the dead body of the hunter in the harbor, boys were playing. A man was reading a newspaper at the mountain. A girl was filling her bucket in a fountain. Two men were drinking wine at the cafe and the proprietor was dozing off. लेखक भन्नुहुन्छ कि शिकारीको मृतक शरीरको आगमन बन्दरगाहमा भएको समय केटाहरू खेलिरहेका थिए। एउटा मानिस पहाडमा पत्रिका पढिरहेको थियो। एउटा केटी फोहरामा आफ्नो बाल्टिन भरिरहेकी थिइन्। क्याफेमा दुईजना मानिसहरू रक्सी खाइरहेका थिए र क्याफेको मालिक निन्द्रामा आँखा चिम्लिरहेको थियो। All these people were quite indifferent towards the dead body of the hunter. यी सबै मानिसहरू शिकारीको मृतक शरीरप्रति अनिच्छुक थिए। Nobody took even a glance at his body. कसैले पनि उसको शरीरमा एक नजर समेत लगाएन। All these things present the meaninglessness, absurdities and hollowness of the human existence. यो समस्त कुराहरूले मानव अस्तित्वको अर्थहीनता, अराजकताहरू र खुक्लोपन प्रस्तुत गर्दछ। The hunter's story resembles the story of Adonis, Osiris and Jesus. शिकारीको कथाले एडोनिस, ओसिरिस र जीजसको कथा जस्तै देखाउँछ। All of these legends were supposed to be resurrected in the world after their deaths as the Hunter Gracchus. यी सबै महान हस्तीहरू शिकारी ग्रेचस जस्तै तिनीहरूको मृत्युहरू पश्चात संसारमा पुनर्जीवित भएको हुन् भन्ने मानिन्थ्यो. Adonis, a hunter, was supposed to be killed by a wild boar. Adonis एक शिकारी जसलाई एउटा जंगली बदेलले मारेको हो भनी मानिन्थ्यो. He was widely worshipped. उहाँको चौतर्फी रूपमा पूजाआजा गरियो. He was loved by both goddesses of love and the goddesses of death. उहाँलाई प्रेमका र मृत्युका देवीहरूद्वारा माया गरियो. His death was supposed to be a winter and his resurrection was celebrated as spring. उहाँको मृत्युलाई हिउँद र उहाँको पुनर्जन्मलाई बसन्त याम मानी मनाइयो. Osiris was also killed while hunting. Osiris पनि शिकार गर्दै मारिनुभयो. Because of the devotion of his wife Isis, he was resurrected. उहाँको श्रीमती इसिसको समर्पणका कारण उहाँ पुनर्जीवित हुनुभयो. Bible has also mentioned about the resurrection of Jesus after 3 days of his death from the tomb. बाइबलले पनि जीसस मरेको 3 दिन पश्चात चिहानबाट बिउतेको कुरा उल्लेख गरेको छ.